It all began in Tunisia in December 2010, when an angry street seller set himself alight in the town of Sidi Bouzid. From that small gesture of frustration grew a protest movement which spread across the country and eventually right through the Arab world. Faced with an uprising which cost 300 lives, President Zine al-Abidine Ben Ali took flight and went into exile on January 14, 2011. Inspired by the success of the Tunisian uprising, Egyptians took to the streets from January 25th, occupying Cairo's central Tahrir Square in their thousands. Sensing the wind of change, President Hosni Mubarak, who had ruled the country for 30 years, relinquished power and handed over the reins to the armed forces on February 11th. In neighbouring Libya, the wave of protest against the rule of Colonel Gaddafi gathered momentum in February in the east of the country and soon degenerated into civil war. Rebels in Benghazi led the insurrection and were supported by airstrikes led by the United States, Britain and France, and later by NATO forces. The capital Tripoli fell in August, and in October, when Gaddafi was killed in the town of Sirte, the conflict was all but at an end, at a cost of 30,000 lives. In Yemen, protests began in January and lasted for 11 months until President Abd al-Saleh, in power since 1978, agreed to stand down. Hundreds died fighting for the cause. In Syria, the regime of Bashar al-Assad has been fighting a desperate rearguard action since March, during which time more than 5,000 people have been killed. Bahrain, Jordan and Morocco have all seen rioting on the streets, but without the dramatic turn of events elsewhere in the region. The face of the Arab world has changed considerably. The Iran-Syria axis, depleted by dealing with internal unrest, is no longer the force it was, and nor is the region's traditional powerhouse Saudi Arabia. The regional balance of power is now in the hands of a Sunni Muslim-dominated group of countries: Turkey, Egypt, Libya and Tunisia.